good morning, or afternoon, or good evening. Uh, I'm blessing the Most High that gives me another opportunity to bless His holy name in another day, and give me the opportunity to bring a very important message, I believe, to my African brothers and sisters across the world, also to my African American brothers and sisters around the world, and also a message to those who have found themselves to be our oppressors and throughout the world. But first, the subject of today's message is what I have there on the screen. Said, "Go back to Africa, Negroes." Okay, we want to talk about that because nowadays there's a lot that's going on between, again, the states here in America, with the African Americans and the colonizers, or the oppressors, our oppressors, and we have fought this fight for about a little bit over 400 years now. And look like we're still fighting. We're still fighting for freedom. We're still fighting for justice. We're still fighting for opportunity, and a piece of the pie. But I will also read in the book of Samuel. That's what I want to do today. We're going to talk about the book of Samuel, and we're going to talk about David defeats the Amalekites. Okay, when David was in Ziklag. All right. Also, we're going to talk about what's going on in China with the Africans, and what's going on in Africa with the Chinese. And also, we want to talk about self-determination. What does that mean? And what does it mean for our people, the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade around the world, who's been scattered around the world? What does that mean? Also, we want to talk about a little bit. I want to read a little bit of the transcript from the proclamation that Abraham Lincoln made, of the Emancipation Proclamation. And we want to talk about that a little bit, and a few more things, okay? And I want to give you also a couple of websites that I really want you to go and visit, look it over, read it, study it, and register, and be part of our power move, be part of our group. But first, let's go. And first, we're going to bless the Most High for giving us the opportunity for wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Let's go to First Samuel. First Samuel, chapter 30. And we're going to read, I'm going to read verse 1 through 4. And then I'm going to stop from there. Then I'm going to verse 8 through, let's see, verse 8 down to maybe verse 9. Maybe a little further, okay? But 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 1. And this is what it reads. And it came to pass, when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the 33rd day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south, and Ziklag, and smitten Ziklag, and burned it with fire. Okay, and had taken the women captive that were therein. They slew not any. They didn't kill anybody. Okay, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. So David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captive. And David and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. I'm going to stop right there. You know, this was a time when David had been into some battles, and he had been away from home, been away from his family, and him and his men, his army. So they coming back home to Ziklag, They lived in the South. So David at this time, I'm sure by the time they got close to the city, I'm sure they may have seen smoke. And probably my imagination probably would have been in a hurry to see what was going on, because whenever you're going home, a lot of times, if you see smoke in the distance or some type of fire or something like that, you about know where your home is, and you wondering about, is everything okay? So I'm sure David and the men was in a hurry to get back home to see was everything okay. But once they got there, they discovered that what? Oh, the wives were gone, the children was gone. Everything was taken, and they burned the city. It kind of reminds me of Africa. It kind of reminds me of what the Europeans and others, the Arabs and others, came into Africa and took our wives and our children and our men, our young men, our babies, and carried us all the way and scattered us all over the world. That's what it reminds me of. So now, in 400 years later, or 400 plus years later, we find ourselves in America and throughout the world, the four corners of the world. We're still going through persecution, oppression. We're being held back from having good jobs. We're being held back from having good education. We're being held back from having a peace of mind, being able to have our children, watch them grow up in a decent area, in a safe neighborhood, in a safe school district, and playing on a playground without some type of police rolling up, shooting you within 4 or 5 feet when you're only a child. So what do we do? What do we do? My suggestion is a little bit different than others. I want to look back to where these people are saying, go back to Africa, Negro. That might be the solution. But I'm going to read what the best thing to do. And this is what we really must do, because there is no other solution. There is no other solution. Starting at the 8th verse, I'm going to read, I don't know how far, but I'm going to read this. Starting at the 8th verse. And David inquired at the Lord, saying, shall I pursue after this troop? Now, David is respecting the Most High, because after all the battles that David has been in, he knows if the Most High is not with you, it's best not to go forward. And you need to wait until he moves, until the Most High moves. When he gives the okay, then you move. Okay, we're going to go on. Shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake them? See, David wanted to know, if I go, shall I overtake them? Will I overtake them? See, again, he's looking to the Most High to know what to do, to get an answer what to do. That's what we have to do, African Americans. No matter how many times we might protest, how many times we might try to get Congress involved, or get your mayor involved, or get your representative involved in your district, the thing that we are not doing, the most important thing that we're not doing, we're not seeking the Most High. And here's another thing we're not doing. Whenever Israel, our people, whenever we were in this type of situation, what did we do? We call on the Most High. We sang his praises. We worshiped him. We worshiped him. Even through all that we were going through, we worshiped him. And we called upon his name. And the word said, he said, Blessed is he who calls, blessed is him that calls upon the name of the Most High. Okay? During that time. I'm going to continue to read. And he answered him. Then this was the Most High answer. He said, pursue. See that? See that? African Americans, did you hear that? Once we ask and seek the Most High and call upon his name, he's going to give us the answer what to do. Because we can't keep going on like this. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over every 4 years, voting for the Republicans, voting for the Democrats. Both systems is working for the same team. Whether you a Trump supporter, whether you're an Obama supporter or Joe Biden supporter, they all the same. It's all the same. At the end of the day, it's all the same. So we can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. It's just not going to happen. Not for us. It's not going to happen. So therefore, our back is against the wall. So what are we going to do? Here's the answer. Again, David, our king. Okay? We know that the Son of the Most High, he is our king. We know that. He's our redeemer. But as far as Israel is concerned, David was what? Our king. That's who the Most High put over us, was David. Okay? And we'll do it in the kingdom. You're going to see him again in the kingdom. Okay? But here's our answer. This is what we have to do. We have to call upon the name of the Most High when we see our brothers and sisters laying in the street for 4 hours, shot by the police in the back. When we see our young men holding their hands up saying, you know, in other words, I surrender, but yet and still they still getting shot and killed. This is what we do when we hear about our young men is running from the police and getting shot in the back holding a pizza. It's not about protest. We gotta, you know, you keep protesting. Why are you protesting? We are the apple of the Most High's eye. The only thing we have to do is repent, get back to his commandments, get back to his word, get back to his law, and call upon him. Every battle that Israel called upon the Lord and called upon the Most High, and he sought his face, they won. But when they didn't, and when they didn't obey the Most High's word, and when they didn't obey what he told them to do, they were slaughtered. They were slaughtered every time. We can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That is crazy. That makes no sense. And it's time to stop. Okay? It's time to stop. I'm saying it's time for separation. I'm saying it's time to call on the Most High. It's time to pursue. It's time to pursue. It's time to go forward. It's time to call on the Most High. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. I say it again. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. Remember that, Israel. Remember that. Remember that, what I just said. So when you see a young girl that's being shot in the street, or something happened to her by the police, or being choked or beaten, a grown man beating a woman in the street, worse than a dog. When you see Chinese people beating an unarmed man with sticks and rods, for what? When you see Americans beating our young people, choking them because, all right, one young man was selling water in a mall. He's going to get choked out, you know? But you want to vote for your Republican, you want to vote for your Democrat. No. You know what we're going to do? We're going to vote for ourselves this time. We're going to vote for our self-determination. Everybody, every man that the Most High gave life, you have a right to self-determination. You have a right for your human rights. Nobody can take that away from you unless you give it up. unless we acquiesce. If we acquiesce and give it up, well, guess what? They're going to take control of it. They're going to take over. And you will be what? You will be their subject. Okay, you will be their subject. So therefore, it's time for us to rise up, call upon the Most High, and it's time for us to go get this. All right. Now, what did the word say? He said, verse 9. So David went, and he and the 600 men. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back to the 8th verse. It said, pursue. This is what the Most High said. He said, pursue. For thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. Listen at that. He said, go. Pursue. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to overtake. And you know what else you're going to do? You're going to overtake, and without fail. Without fail. That means there's no way you're going to lose. It is no way you're going to lose. Not when you got the Most High on your side. Not when he's gone before you and already sling your enemy. So therefore, all you got to do is show up. All you got to do is show up. So, and what he said, recover all. In other words, you're going to get your wife back that was taken from you when you was married, and they was taken from you on the slave auction block. You're going to get your children back that was taken from you, that was sold on the auction block. You're going to get your dad back that was sold from you on the auction block. You're going to get it all back. You're going to get your cow and your mule that was taken out your field when you were promised a mule and 40 acres. Well, they took the mule. All right. What did you do? You didn't have nothing else for your garden, for your land, to raise your crop, to feed your family. Well, you're going to get all that back. Okay. You're going to recover if we do what he says, if we seek his face. Let's go on to 9. And David went, he and the 600 men that were with him, and came to the brook Besor, where those that were left behind stayed. But David pursued. And there was some that would stay. It was some that didn't go, because they were weary from the other battles. And some, maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't want to go. Okay. But it's like this. If your wife, your children, your possessions has been carried away, you know, it's time to man up and go for the gusto. It's time to man up and go get it all. Okay. Even if it costs your life. Okay. But it's not going to happen like that. We're going to see. Okay. Verse 10. And David pursued, he and 400 men, for 200 abode behind. 200 stayed behind. Half went and half left. Stayed. Which were so faint that they could not go over the brook Besor. In other words, they were tired. They've been fighting already. They've been fighting. We've been fighting 400 years here. We've been fighting 400 plus years. I'm tired. I'm just fed up with all this. And you know what? People talk about Africa. I don't want to go back to Africa. There's nothing there. I've never been to Africa, but I'm gonna show you something here in a minute. It's gonna make you want to go. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Some of us will. But let's go on. Verse 11. And they found an Egyptian in the field, and brought him to David, and gave him bread, and he did eat, and they made him drink water. In other words, this guy, he didn't have food or water, so he was thirsty, he was hungry. All right, and they were kind to him. See what I'm saying? You got to be kind to your enemy sometime, but you don't be no food. 12. And they gave him a piece of cake, a fig, and a cluster of raisins. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him. He was refreshed. And he had eaten no bread, nor drink any water 3 days and 3 nights. So he went out. He was without food for 3 days and 3 nights. So therefore he was hungry. So that David, they did the right thing for this man. Okay. And this was one of the people that came and helped burn the city down, took their possession. But he was kind to them. We got to be kind even to our enemies. But we got to go and get what we got to get. We got to go get what we got to get. It's time to get up. I'm talking to the black men here. I'm talking to the black men here. All right. And that's another thing we want to talk about. Maybe not in this time, but we're going to talk about human rights policy officers. Every black man under the sound of my voice need to be a human rights policy officer. Meaning you're going to protect your own place. You're going to protect your own home. You're going to protect your own neighborhood. You're going to protect your own community. And when we get back in Africa, well, you're going to protect that too. All right. So 13, and David said unto him, to whom belongest thou? And whence art thou? And he said, I am a young man of Egypt, servant of an Amalekite. Same people we were fighting then that were our enemy, and we're still fighting today. All right. All you got to do, go over in Israel, you'll see them. All right. And my master left me because 3 days ago I fell sick. He fell sick. We made an invasion upon the south of the Cherethites, and upon the coast which belongs to Judah, and upon the Caleb, and we burned Ziklag. Now see, he just confessed that he was one of them who burned Ziklag, the city where David lived. Now also, if you think about it, now here's a golden nugget. David lived in Ziklag. There was a city in Ziklag where he abode. All right. It wasn't in the north where you might find the current day Israel. But see, David lived in the south. Okay, that should tell you something right there about what you're looking at in Israel when you look at it. And those people praying at the wall, bobbing their head. But anyway, we're going to go on. And David said to him, canst thou bring me down to this company? And he said, swear unto me, my God, that thou wilt neither kill me nor deliver me into the hands of my master, and I will bring thee down to the company. And when he had brought him down, behold, there were spread abroad upon the earth, all the earth, eating and drinking. In other words, they're having a good time. See, that's what our enemies have done for the last 400 plus years. They've been doing what? They've been eating, they've been drinking, they've been dancing, all of this. On whose behalf? On our behalf. It's been on our behalf. No one else. I ain't talking, we built America. Yeah, we built all these cities across the world, especially Belgium. We're going to talk about that one day too. Okay, we're going to talk about the Belgium, Europe, all of that. England, the Queen with all that gold in her chest. Look at the countries that she controlled. But look at the gold that she has in her possession. And the countries that she controlled where they are impoverished. Where some of the African and the Haitian and all these other countries are barely surviving. They are starving. Okay? We're going to talk about that, and we're going to demand all our possessions back, all our labor, all our possessions, everything. We're going to declare it back. Okay, it's time for this to end. It's time for it all to end. And if the men of the Most High, the apple of His eye, the transatlantic slave trade, the tribe of Judah, get busy and fall on our knees and call upon the Most High, and ask the Most High what to do, it's going to change. It's going to change. Why? Because the word said, when Judah wake up, it's going to change. It's going to change. So wake up, Judah. It's time to wake up, man. Time to get up. Get up. You don't slept long enough. Now let's go on. Because of the great spoil that they had taken out of the land. In other words, took our property. And we're going to talk about some property in Africa. Now you talking about, well, there's nothing in Africa that I want. I don't want to go to Africa. I've never been to Africa. But we're going to talk about something. I'm going to show you a little something. I'm going to show you a little something. While you thinking one way, somebody else thinking something else. All right. had taken out of the land, and the Philistines and out of the land of Judah. And David smote them from the twilight. Listen at this. Listen at this. Now this is what I love. This is what I love. Look what David did. When the Most High gave David permission to go, the man got busy. Judah. It's time to get busy. Our women, our children, it's time to call upon the name of the Most High. And you know what? When we listen to me carefully here. Let me take my time. Listen. Judah, the descendants in Israel, the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, listen to me careful. When we humble ourselves and repent and call upon the name of the Most High, our Most High, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh HaMashiach, the Anointed One, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. Remember, I said it 3 times before, but I'm going to say it again. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. Remember, no matter what you remember of this message, remember that. Because when the times get bad, you're going to need to know what I just said. Okay? You're going to need to know. You're going to need to know. Even time now. Say it now. When you go to bed at night, say it now. When you see one of our brothers and sisters being slain on the street, say it then. Say it every day, 3 times a day. Whenever the Most High put it in your spirit, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. Or the Lord, however you want to do it, however you want to call him, Yahweh, Yahushua, Yahweh. Anyway, just call upon the name of the Most High. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Most High. All right. And you're going to see the nations tremble. You're going to see men. Well, I'm not going to tell you what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking right now. Because I'm saying I'm hearing not right now. But you're going to see something happen when we start to call upon his name. Listen very careful. When we start to call upon his name, you're going to see it. And the world is going to see it. Let's go on. And David, 17, and David smote them from twilight eve until eve. Let me get this right. Lord, I'm so excited. I'm twisting my words up. And David smote them from the twilight evening until the evening of the next day, and there escaped not a man of them, save 400 young men, and rode upon camels and fled. Didn't but 400 leave. But you see what he did? He whooped butt from twilight, and from that one evening till the next day. Judah, Israel, listen very careful. The power is in the name of the Most High. The power is us humbling ourselves, calling upon his name, getting back to our heritage, getting back in our place. All of what you see going on is going to be shaken up, it's going to be shook down, and it's going to disperse. Now, we're going to talk a little further about something right now. Now, as far as I'm going to go, hold on, let me read one more. And David recovered all that the Amalekites had carried away, and David rescued his wife. He got his stuff back. He got his wife back. See what I'm saying? He got his children back. All right? And there was nothing lacking to them, neither small or great, neither sons nor daughters, neither spoil nor anything that they had taken to themselves. I got to read on because I'm getting a word in my mind. Got to keep going. David recovered all. Listen to that. Recovered all that was taken from us. All that they took from our children, they took from our property, they took from our labor, they took from our work in the fields. All that they took from us, even now taken, and taken, we're going to recover all. But not only that, not only that, not only that. Wait a minute, I'm going to show you something. And David took all the flock of the herds, which they drove before those other cattle, and said, This is David's spoil. In other words, David took a spoil. Now he's taken. See the Most High? See how he did? See how he did? And he's doing it now. He's going to do it now. Because we're going back with wealth. See? Oh, thank you, Father. Thank you, Most High. Hallelujah. Okay, let me read that again. And David took all the flocks and the herds which they drove before those other cattle, and said, This is David's spoil. And David came to the 200 men, which were so faint that they could not follow David, whom they had made also to abide at the brook of Besor. And they went forth to meet David, and to meet the people that were with him. And when David came near, the people, what did they do? They saluted him. First, before all this happened, they were going to kill him. All right, and David answered all the wicked men and the men of Belial, of these that went with David, and said, Because they went not with us, we will not give them aught of the spoil that we have recovered, save to every man his wife and his children, and they may lead them away and depart. And David said, Ye not do so. In other words, they didn't want David to give to the ones that didn't go. But see, David was a good king. Okay. All right. And then said David, Ye shall not do so, my brethren, with that which the Lord hath given us, who have preserved us and delivered the company that came against us until our hand. For who will hearken unto you, to you in this matter? But as his part is that goeth down to the battle, so shall his part be that tarrieth by the staff. They shall part alike. In other words, you're going to get part of the spoil too. That was the right thing to do. But you know what? Just like we, listen to this, just like we fought in every war from the what do you call that war that was in the when the states fought. Lord, it's on my mind. I can't think. In other words, when the Confederacy, the South and the North, we were fighting that war. We fought with the North. Some fought with the South, some fought with the North. But we fought in every war. Okay? We come back. What happened? Nobody gave us recognition. Nobody, we were still Negroes. We were still niggers. We were still considered nothing. But we fought. You see the difference between a good king and a bad king? You see the difference between somebody who's going to do right and the ones who don't do right, but you're going to call them Christian? You're not Christian. You're nowhere near it. You're nowhere near it. And you will never be nowhere near it. Doing the right thing. That was the right thing to do. Our black men went and fought these wars. And they died. The family died. Then you're going to come back. They're going to come back and people still spit on them, still call them everything, still keep them from being able to live a life and take care of their family with dignity and respect. This right here is a good king. He's a good king. See, while you in the Bible call yourself preaching, call yourself teaching, call yourself being an example to the word, you missed it. Now, guess what? You won't never get it. You won't never get it. Why? Because you're about to be cast out the whole thing. Your times of the Gentiles is up. I would say it's up or about up. So therefore, you didn't get it. It's time now for our people to be regrafted in. It's time. It's over. You didn't get it. We wanted to love you. You never loved us. We wanted to be kind to you. You never been kind to us. Now, you had the word. You had our word. You had our history book. And you locked us out of it. You turn around and take our Messiah, our King, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, and then you color his face. You take the color out of his face and make it a white one. Well, guess what? He's a black one. And you know what? He's part of our tribe, the tribe of Judah. The same tribe that came on the what? Transatlantic slave trade. Okay, that was prophesied too. That was going to happen. Why? Because our forefathers didn't obey the Most High's commandments. We didn't keep the what? The statutes and the laws and the covenant. So therefore what? It was our punishment. 400 years we've been here. And guess what? You still not following the word. A slave was supposed to be set free 7 years, but you held on to him. So you say you Christian. You didn't follow the word. You still keeping us back. You still keeping us in debt. You still keeping our families. You still locking up our people. You still doing all these things, but yet and still you in the church. You talking Bible, but you're not making sense. And your life is not clear what you really are. It's all cosmetic. And I say it again, it's cosmetic. That's all it is. It's makeup. It's makeup. It's all it is makeup. But now, time is up. The time is up. And you know what? The Most High is going to call it. All the Gentiles that he allowed in, well, it's up. It's up. Our 400 years is up. Anyway, I want to go. Bless the Most High for that word. Ooh, thank you, Most High. But to my black Americans, translated slave trade, Hebrew Israelites, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever I say, call upon the Most High. Blessed is he, what? That comes in the name of the Most High. Okay, let's go look at something else. Let's look at Africa. What's going on in Africa today? I just saw on the internet that Africans in Nigeria, they burning some stores of the Chinese there. Well, guess what? The Chinese over in China is kicking out some of the Nigerians. They're kicking out the Kenyans and other Ugandans, and they're kicking them out their homes and their houses and restaurants, not allowing them to go eat places. You know, blaming them for the coronavirus when it started with them. It started with them, but now see, everybody who's oppressor always seeks a scapegoat. That's how you know you are. That's how you can recognize a oppressor, because they can never ever accept responsibility. They can never ever accept, well, you know what, we did this. They can never tell the truth about it. Okay, they're always going to blame someone else. Same thing here in America. They're going to blame whatever goes on. They're going to blame the African American community, whatever goes on, but they never accept responsibility for themselves. Well, we did this. Well, guess what? Time is up. Time is up. So, the message in that is this. Let me talk about these two websites first. And then I'm going to talk about Africa. I'm going to finish talking about Africa and China, okay? I want to go to, and I want every black American, what are you going to call yourself? Black American, African American, or whatever. Especially our men and our women and our children. Go to www.ad as in Apple David Confederation.com. That's www. A as in Apple, D as in David, C as in Charlie, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, E as in Edward, D as in David, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo. I used to be in the military, but anyway, forget all that stuff. A as in apple, T as in tango, I as in what's I? Just say I. O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy.com. That's adconfederation.com. Now, when you get there, if you are African American, please, please, please declare your Afro-descendant citizenship now. Do it now. We need your help. We need to build our own nation. All right. This is going to what? Help us campaign today for land and autonomy rights. In other words, our autonomy rights, our rights, our self-determination. Register now. Register now. Do it now. Do it. You know, while we eat, I'm even talking. Just go pull up the website and register. Get your citizenship card. Okay. Get your citizenship card, register your children, register your babies, register everybody. Get your aunts, your uncles, your family members, pawpaw, get everybody. While you got time, you know, we got time. We, you know, most of us, you know, doing this virus or whatever, we at home. Read it. Read this. Go to this website. Register. Do it now. Pull it up. Be looking at it even while I'm talking. Okay, but first thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about on this website. We're going to talk about okay, let me go. You're going to fill out the form that says Declaration of Self-Determination and Decolonization. There's a form there that you can fill out. Okay, fill out all your information. Okay, just do that, get it done, send it in, and bam, you are a citizen. You are a citizen of what? Our own nation. And you have actually declared your citizenship. Okay, and now I'm trying to pull up something. Now this particular website is Dr. Mustafa, I can't ever say his name right, Dr. Mustafa Asari, and you will also see Dr. Cecile Johnson, and also on Facebook, on your Facebook, go to Ramzu Yunus. That's RAMZU Yunus, YUNAS. Go to his website. There's a lot of information that he's doing there. Also, go to, on Facebook, go to Elena Porter. Okay, and these people are awesome, and they're working for our benefit, that we can have self-determination and we can be a nation. Okay. Now, you know, a lot of times, you know, we here lately with the coronavirus, people talking about the vaccine. Well, guess what? Right now, they don't have enough numbers for a vaccine. They don't have enough numbers. There's not a demand for a vaccine. But if we don't be smart and stay home, stay safe, protect ourselves, there's going to be a lot of numbers. There's going to be a lot of demand for a vaccine. Be smart. Be smart. Stay home. Be patient. Wait it out. Don't go rushing out just because they open up America. And if you got to work, you got to work. But be cautious. Just think. Think about this. Think about it. Just already. When Jacksonville, Florida, they jumped to 1,000 cases in a couple of days. Why? Because they're out. They're out. Now you watch, all across the country, you're going to start to see that. Why? Because they don't have enough cases. They don't have enough cases to demand, for the country to demand, or the world to really demand a vaccine. But once they do, then it's mandatory. Once the people start hollering about a vaccine because we are dying, if they are dying, I'm not going to say we. They are dying, then they're going to want a vaccine. Think about it, people. Just think about it. I just want to add that in there. Okay, if you go to the website, you're on the website, and it's going to say what we want. Okay, we want special jurisdiction for peace. We want a starting point. We need a starting point, black people. We need to free ourselves from this and get our minds together. And this is what I really want. I would desire, and a lot of people might not think like this, but I do, and I won't put it out there. I would desire, at least for those who are in the states who want to stay here, I would desire at least 10 to 15 states for our people, and a constitution, an agreement. If they would want to agree, if they would, I don't know. They never really kept any agreements or treaties. So, but just to have something on paper to say, give us at least 200 years to get ourselves together. Okay, you stay on this side of the fence, we stay on this side of the fence. Also, it would be great if we had at least anywhere from 1 million to 10 million of our people over a period of time, maybe 5 years, to go back to Africa, beginning immediately. Immediately. Because I'm going to tell you why. See, and a lot of people saying right now, well, I wasn't born in Africa. I'm not African, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. There's nothing out over there. Well, guess what? The Chinese are over there. They are not African. They have nothing to do with the land. Nothing. But they're there. There's over 1 million of them in Africa. Why? Because they're over there getting your land. They over there getting your minerals. They over there getting your gold, your diamonds, your platinum. They over there getting your oil. They over there getting your wood, your cocoa, your coffee. They over there getting your plutonium, your uranium, that you can actually make your own nuclear bomb and protect yourself. That's in a natural form, but I already done told you what we got to do, okay? Because we weren't dealing with all that, okay? But they over there getting all of that. They over there getting your fish. They over there getting your animals. They over there killing your people, your family, okay? They over there taking it all. But you are saying in your mind, there's nothing in Africa for me. That makes no sense. We got to get out this mentality of over here trying to fight for something that we will never have here, and thinking that the Republicans or the Democrats are going to do something for us, and we, if I could take 1 million and 5 to 10 million within the next 5 years, I will start off with I will start off with farmers. I will have an advanced party of surveyors. I will have an advanced party of farmers. I will have an advanced party of carpenters. I will have an advanced party of plumbers. I will have an advanced party of people who dig wells. All of that. Then I bring in my doctors. I bring in my nurses. I bring in my people who gonna my health care. Then I bring in my elderly. Make sure they okay. All those people in jail right now, they coming out. All my people here in the United States, they coming out. Why? Because we're going to put them to work. We're going to put them to work. That was the whole problem in the beginning. Didn't have nothing to do. Didn't have nothing to do. We're going to put them to work. Now, this right here, this thought alone should make every person who don't like black Americans and want us to go, this thought right now, what I'm saying, they should be under me. They should be pushing it. They should be say, yes, this is it. You know why? Because you know what? It's going to free up so many jobs. And they will have jobs. They will have the economy. They don't have to worry about us on their welfare. They don't have to worry about us taking their food or eating all that chicken. Like a little video I saw the other day. Like, we take all that chicken. We eat all that chicken. Eat all that water. Come on, please. For real. Okay, but that's how they think. That's how these people think. Well, they don't have to worry about that. Because why? We're taking all our people and we're going somewhere else. We're going where we belong. Okay? We're going. We can go. And you should want it. So it's going to free up a whole lot of jobs. It's going to free up the economy, the people. They say we've been a burden to them on the taxes, and it's going to free it up. Free it up. Give us our reparation. Let us go. Let us go. There's tractors. There are tractors out there they're sitting in some type of field that's not being used. Brand new stuff, equipment not even being used, not even being sold. But guess what? We can take that. We can take trucks. We can take cars. Okay? You talking about reparation don't have to be money. It's reparation. Money is everything. Anything is money. Anything of value is money. Okay? There's tractors. There's tools. There's cars. There's wood. There's lumber. There is nails. There is all type of things that can be used. That is reparation. Okay? It's sitting. There's a lot of things that is sitting. It's not, nobody's using it. Let's put it to use. Okay, let's load it up on the ship. Let's go right on up over to Africa, put our people back on those ships, because it's prophesied that we're going back in the ships. Part of it. Some going back on the plane, some going back however they want to go. But you know what? It's going to happen. It's going to happen whether they want it or not. It's going to happen. Okay, but these are things, these are ideas that we can get going now. We don't have to wait for anything. We can get this going on now. Okay, and for the ones who don't want to go, well, guess what? Okay, well, maybe they'll leave 5 states or 2 states or 3 states where you can live. But the rest of us, let's roll. Let's go get this, because the Chinese is over there going to take it. And then you send about wondering, well, now they selling that stuff that belong to you. They selling it to you. What kind of mess is that? That don't even make sense. Look at let's talk about different countries in Africa. Okay. Angola. That's what a lot of the Chinese are right now. Okay. We got African Americans that love coffee. All right, well, Angola, that's an agriculture for that. Coffee. Bananas. They say we eat a lot of bananas. Well, guess what? Now you can turn around and farm your bananas and sell it to the world. But you want to stay here. I don't get that. That don't even make sense. And our evil black politicians and our evil, I'm not going to say all, because some of them really trying to do what they know what to do, what they've been taught to do. But listen, our evil politicians that's being paid by these people that's keeping us back, well, guess what? This is what you're keeping us back for. And then the people that's saying, well, I don't want to go to Africa. There's nothing over there. It's stupidity to even say something so stupid. Well, there's oil over there. Well, guess what? That belongs to us too, because we were carried. That belongs to us before we left. Our people, our ancestors, before we left, and it's still there. But you say there's nothing in Africa you don't want. There's diamonds in Angola. There's all other minerals in Angola. Benin. There's coffee, cocoa, yams, petroleum. Again, what? Oil. Okay, but we over here waiting on $1,200, waiting on $1,200, and there is oil, there is petroleum, there's cocoa, there's coffee, there's all these other things that we can sell to the world. But you gonna wait on $1,200? We gotta wake up. But then when China goes over there, you got a problem with it. Yeah, I got a problem with it. They need to take their ass home. Go back to China. Because there's nothing over in Africa that they want other than to take it over and control everything that belongs to you and I and the Africans that's there. Okay? Now, let's talk about another area that's kind of hot over in Africa. Kenya. Let's look at Kenya. Kenya got coffee, they got tea, they got sugar cane, they got livestock, they got limestone, soda ash, rubies. You know what I'm saying? Liberia, that's way north. We talking south where our people was at. Okay? But here's another place that that the Chinese is really at. They are really populating Zambia. Okay, Zambia, groundnuts. I don't know what that is, but they got copper, but cobalt. Do you know what cobalt is? Cobalt is where your every cell phone will not operate the way it operates without cobalt. Why you think they're there? Why are you thinking that China is in Africa? Because everything that runs the world, every mineral that runs the world is in Africa. But you, with your slave mentality, thinks that, oh, I don't want to go to Africa. There's nothing there. I wasn't born there. There's nothing there. Oh, man. You know, if I could just start with 1 million people who really want to go, farmers. We start with the farmers, surveyors. You know what? We've already been told by Ghana that we have a right to return, and other nations right to return. What we sitting here for? Beating our heads and getting beat against getting our head beat, huh? Why? What are we doing? What kind of thinking is that? We got people here. Look, this is what we got. Okay, we got people who are doctors. We have, and look at the women. Look at our African American women that has been to school and graduated with PhDs, well, associates, PhDs, science degrees, and just masters, all kinds of things. Look at our men, our young men. Okay, they need something to do. Put them to work. You know, it's time to put them to work. We can build. We got carpenters. We got engineers. We got draftsmen. We got surveyors. We got people who know how to build a car. We can build our own cars. We can build our own trucks. We can make our own weapons. If there's uranium, okay, we can build our own nuclear weapons. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to do what they do. Okay. We can have our own gold mines, our own ruby mines, our own sapphire mines, sell to the world. We can have our own petroleum wells, sell to the world. Am I getting through? Am I getting through? Somebody, please put on this channel, I'm getting through. Type in somewhere, I'm getting through. I've gotten through. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it on. It's time to get up out of here. Why? Because you know what? This Babylon is going to be destroyed. You want to stay here? It's going to be destroyed. Then what you going to have? Nada. Nothing. You're not going to have nothing. All right, let's go to another website. I'm about to close it out. Another website I want you to go to, and that website is www.reparationsbank.com. www.reparationsbank.com. Now this right here is our wallet. This right here is going to be our online wallet. So when we get our reparations, we're going to be able to go right here, and please go to this website. Please register, fill it out, get your account. And when we get our reparations, and we're going to be able to bank here, we're going to get our money here, we're going to get our whatever we need, pay our bills and whatever. It's all here. And I just want to thank Brother Ramzu Yunus for working on this, and others, some that I don't even know, but I know that he's one of the main people. So give him accolades, and I thank the Most High for him for it, because he does a lot. He does way and beyond. He's just an awesome guy, and he's laying it out every day, 6-7 days a week. He's out there. 6 and 7 days a week. He's out there. Okay, so give it up. Help him. Register. Okay. There's flyers, there's bulletins. You got to fill out that bulletin to register to vote for your independence, your self-determination. where you have a right to what? Let me try to find that so we can tell you what self-determination means. A lot of times I'm trying to find something. When you're trying to find something, okay, right here it says that vote self-determination. To access these reparation funds, all Afro descendants and indigenous people have to do is simply invoke their self-determination. Simple. Stop voting for these Democrats and Republicans, independent, whoever. Let's vote for ourselves this time. Okay? Let's do something that we hadn't done that's going to get results. All right? Let me see, where was that? Self-determination, and choose to independently govern ourselves. Govern ourselves. That means the police department not coming in your neighborhood. Why? Because you voted for self-determination. See, that's what the white people are doing right now on the streets. They talking about, they want to open America again. Well, they on the street protesting for their self-determination. Their right to what? Go back to work. Their right to die if they want to. But we, in our mind, we don't get it. In the black mind, he don't get it. It's all about self-determination. We can do the same thing too. So therefore, you're going to fill out this form and you're going to vote for self-determination. This means you choose to have independent political control over where you live, and the current racist authority has no jurisdiction. In other words, you're taking the jurisdiction away. You want to keep the police from beating you across the head? Well, guess what? You're going to vote for self-determination and get your own property. You're going to get your own community. You're going to take over your own community. Over your community, hence, they cannot stop you from accessing the funds. Okay? In fact, you will then also control trillions. But we want $1,200 when there is trillions of dollars. Not just America, the world. The world. There's trillions of dollars. Trillions of access. Well, excuse my English. I'm not good with English, okay? Owned by cities. On July 4, 2020, you must, remember that date, July 4th, 2020, you must attend the vote public consent withdrawal outside of your local city hall, not inside the city hall, not inside the city hall, not inside the city hall. Don't go inside the city hall, okay? As this is a government event, but the people, it's not a government event, but it's a people event, okay? Or designated area. All right. If they have a designated area for you to go, then that's what you go, and you vote for your you declare and vote for your self-determination. Okay. This is Reparations Day of self-determination. That's our self-determination. This is our self-independence day. So therefore, let's get it on. Every black man, every young black man, you need to sign up for to be a human rights policy officer. That means you control your town, you control and patrol your city, your streets, and you're going to make sure there's no drugs in that street, in that house, in your community. There's no prostitution going on, and people are doing right. If not, you're going to have the power to what? You're going to have the power to correct that. Arrest, whatever. Okay? But anyway, we're gonna stop dealing with that. I'm gonna let it go right now, but I was gonna talk about the proclamation, emancipation proclamation. I was gonna talk about that, but I need to answer some calls, and we're gonna maybe hit that next time, if the Most High will. And I pray that you pass this on to especially our inner city people and our brothers and sisters. Pass it on to them. And most of all, let them know they are of the tribe of Judah. Let them know that they are the apple of the Most High's eye. Let them know that they are special. And they not just a nigger, a Negro, hoodlums, gangsters or whatever. We've been called all these things, but that's not what we are. That wasn't what we were dealing with. We were, and still is, the apple of the Most High. Now, he punishing us, but now it's about to be turned around. And all those curses that was on us is going to be put on them. And even now being put on them. Okay, so bless the Most High, and I pray that each and every one of you be careful, be safe, stay home until all this pass over, until this plague or whatever it is pass over. Stay with your children, stay with your parents, stay the young go back to the old go back to the young, the dad go back to the sons and daughters, the sons and daughters go back to the dads and moms. Well, it's time to get it together, and most of all, call upon, blessed is he who called upon the name of the Most High. Okay, blessed is he who calls upon the name of the one who comes in the name of the Most High. Okay, so with all that said, I pray that we all be safe and think about it. Let's go back to Africa, Negroes. Go back to Africa. There's gold over there, man. That petroleum. There's wealth. Okay, but we're gonna take some wealth back with us. That's the word. That's what the Bible said. That's what the Most High said. We're going back with wealth. Okay, read book of James chapter 5. Okay, read Isaiah chapter 14. Read Isaiah chapter 11. We're going back with wealth. Not only in Africa, but we're going back to Israel. Okay. We might make a pit stop in Africa, but anyhow, Most High bless you, everybody, and I pray that everything be all right with you and yours. And I pray for me, that Most High protect me and my family, and I pray the Most High protect you and your family, and we all wind up back together. Amen.